As you guys probably know by now, frontman of Children of Bodom, Alexi Laiho, is no longer with us. Passed away earlier this week, and he was only 41. Um, Before I continue, I wanna talk about Children of Bodom and look back a bit. I think the first time I heard Children of Bodom, when I was like 15 or 16, I downloaded a bunch of songs off like a YouTube playlist. I was just like, I'd gotten a new phone and I was trying to add music to my phone. And I didn't want to go and download every individual song that I wanted because we didn't have streaming services back then. And I was 16. I was young and kind of broke. So, um, but no, I downloaded this YouTube playlist because they had these YouTube playlist downloaders, and it had most of the songs that I knew, but it had some songs that I didn't know as well. And one of those songs was Every Time I Die, I think it was called, by Children of Bodom. And there was another song called Angels Don't Kill. And when I first heard Every Time I Die, I absolutely fell in love with the song. It hit my teenage soul, and it still hits me till this day. It brings me back to that time of my life, when I was a teenager, just walking around with my headphones and just didn't have to worry about anything in the world. And over the years through my high school, there weren't a lot of metalheads. There was me, there was a few others, there was a few that I was friends with and stuff, but there wasn't like a huge group. And this one friend of mine, he saw that I was wearing like a band shirt, I think it was a Slipknot shirt one day. And he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, nice shirt." And I'm like, and since then we've been friends. And he was a bigger fan of Children of Bodom. And one day, like, we used to talk about albums and bands and stuff, just like I did with like my entire group. Like, we all used to just like suggest albums, and I had this speaker, and we would literally like sit down and like play albums on that speaker during like while we were skipping class and stuff. One of the albums that this friend recommended to me was what was the name of the album? It was Follow the Reaper, I believe, and that was the first Children of Bodom album I've heard, which had Every Time I Die on it. It was an awesome album. One day I'll review it and I'll talk more about it, but since after I heard that full album, I got really into the band. I started listening to Hexed, I started listening to Hate Crew Death Roll, and since then till this day, those three albums, they resonate with me, and that music just, like, I absolutely love those three albums. They're solid, they're amazing, and that really made me fall in love with the band as a whole. Alexi Laiho, he was an incredible performer. He was an incredible musician. He was an awesome frontman. He was just a badass dude, and it sucks. It sucks to see him gone. It really does. He was so young, and as much as the band has left an incredible legacy behind them, I feel like they had so much more ahead of them, even at this stage in their career. And it just sucks to see that. It sucks to not see that future that they had ahead of them come to life, Alexi will always be remembered as the dynamic, incredible high-energy performer that he was. And I wish I got to see the band live. I was supposed to a few years ago, but I didn't go, and I wish I went. I really wish I did. And man, just looking back and just remembering his legacy it's hard. They were an incredible band altogether, and this one was a tough one, not just for me, but for all of us. And these are tough times, and the one thing I've learned in my lifetime as a metalhead is that during these tough times, all of us in this community, we all got to stick together, and we always do. We always have, and we always will. And we'll get through this. And Alexi Laiho will be immortalized by the incredible music that him and his band created. And my condolences go out to his family, any hardcore fans of Children of Bodom, and to his bandmates. You know, it's just this sucks, man. But we as fans will make sure that these performers that are no longer with us will never be forgotten. That's all I gotta say. I'll see you later.